Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has ordered a woman to carry forward her pregnancy, even if it kills her. So on Friday, the Texas Supreme Court temporarily blocked a woman from receiving an abortion after a lower court ruled that she could get the procedure in order to protect her own health. Paxton begged the state Supreme Court to step in and reverse a decision made in favor of 31-year-old Kate Cox, who had sued for the right to terminate a non-viable pregnancy. So non-viable meaning that the fetus, the baby, will not survive. Furthermore, carrying the pregnancy could potentially kill her or render her infertile. So now the state's abortion ban, which is pretty draconian, still allows exceptions in the case where the mother's life is at risk. And this is clearly one of those cases, and yet, why did Paxton block this? Well, in their filing with the state Supreme Court on Friday, Paxton's office stressed the importance of the fetus's life. But wait, that's a fatal diagnosis. What life? Paxton's office wrote, each hour it remains in place is an hour that plaintiffs believe themselves free to perform and procure an elective abortion. Elective, it's to save her life. And the baby, again, there's not going to be a baby. Nothing can restore the unborn child's life that will be lost as a result. Non-viable pregnancy. Does he understand words? Does he understand what that means? Cox's lawyer said the unlikely event, her fetus survives long enough, the baby would likely die a painful death within days of birth. A judge had sided with Cox on Thursday, issuing a temporary restraining order against the enforcement of the ban in this case. The judge said in explaining her decision, the idea that Ms. Cox wants desperately to be pregnant and this law may actually cause her to lose that ability is shocking and would be a genuine miscarriage of justice. She also referred to warnings from Cox's doctors that doomed pregnancy could affect her future fertility, so her future ability to have children. The Texas Supreme Court said it was issuing an administrative stay in the case without regard to the merits of the arguments put forth on either side to give itself time to review the case and make a decision. Now, Cox, of course, decided, no, I'm outie. She left the state to go find care elsewhere, going to an undisclosed location that we find out was announced by different news outlets on Monday. Cox said that she had hoped to prevent more of the pain and suffering that has plagued this pregnancy. It is not a matter of if I will have to say goodbye to my baby, but when, she said in a statement. I do not want to put my body through the risk of continuing this pregnancy. I do not want my baby to arrive in this world only to watch her suffer. I need to end my pregnancy now so that I have the best chance for my health and a future pregnancy. And so now, looks like she'll be able to do that. Here's the thing, though. Paxton getting involved and getting them to try to stop this is unnecessary cruelty. That's what this is. There's nothing pro-life about this at all. In reality, it sounds like a punishment. And look, that fits in with the right-wing narrative when it comes to women, when it comes to reproductive freedom. Oh, you must have done something. It must be your fault that you hurt your baby. That's why we're not only going to force you to have it, but then for you to have to watch it die in your arms. I mean, that's if it doesn't actually kill you. But if it does, that's okay, because you probably had it coming for some reason. Again, it comes down to you're at fault somehow. Look, people like Paxton treat pregnancy as a punishment for a woman's actions. For one actually enjoying sex. But also, if they end up getting raped, right? Well, you had it coming. You were dressing. What were you wearing? What were you wearing? Oh, you must have, been asking for it. Look, in this case, Kate Cox wants the baby, but she can't have it. There's a lethal complication. But again, these people in Florida, in Texas, were like, no, too bad, no abortion for you, because you probably did this to yourself somehow, just so you could go and murder that baby. No, again, these anti-choicers, they're not about protecting innocent lives. They're about keeping control. They're about controlling other people. And they're about, of course, punishing and blaming the person who needs, in this case and in many other cases, a life-saving medical procedure. And even if it is not a life-saving medical procedure, up to a certain point, it is still a woman's body, and it is still absolutely her choice. It's called freedom. Look into it.